do battle with the Chicago Bears. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Steps away. And his throw here is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Touchdown, Chicago!
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10
at their own 20-yard line. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line.
Well, this defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long.
Mike's 4-2, Mike's 4-2.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
To throw is Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks him, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there. Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. At Washington, they felt like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And they'll get this down to the 10.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. To throw is Fields.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it.
The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. DJ Hayden, the corner, in on the tackle.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Brady's throw taken in by Miller. A gain of 6 there on first. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady looking downfield for Godwin. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Off play action, Fields. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Play action. It's Fields. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Now the point after try for Santos. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing. And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Alabama.
From just shy of midfield, Brady, and he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season. So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack. Looking to throw. Brady. Over the middle, complete. It's Evans. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 37.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Shotgun now for Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And all the way down to the 5. A huge play there for Chicago.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now Fields. And a big loss here as he's taken down. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. A shotgun snap, Fields. Under pressure, they got him again. William Golston able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Throwing on first down is Brady. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Here's Brady to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Hand off to Fournette. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On play action, now Brady. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. Touchdown! O.J. Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's a give to Gibson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Meanwhile, Fields' throw there hauled in by Claypool. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. That's reeled in by Claypool. What a catch. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. A quick throw outline to Mooney. Touchdown Bears! Darnell Mooney, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Santos now to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner.
There he goes, left side.
They are not ready for
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette, which for a big back, he can cover a lot of ground, and he showed off the athleticism there as he broke off a big one.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, Fields. And Graham's got it, complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
A big connection on that one. 31 yards. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On first down, Fields. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 12. And the Bucs are right back in this football game. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So after the INT, it's Brady. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at second down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
He'll let one go deep for Howard. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On second down now, Bernard. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. The Bucs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 34. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Here's 2nd and 9. Once more, Gibson. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run with Gibson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They snap it to Fields. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. From the gun, here's Fields. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Here's Gibson on the read option. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And Graham on the grab. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Bears 31, Buccaneers 13. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
42's the mic. 42's the mic. Help him.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. It's Miller complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Kill.
On 1st down, Bernard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Meanwhile, Brady's throw on target to Godwin here. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 42.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Check. 42's the mic. Check it. Reload.
To throw, it's Brady. Going to air it out deep for Gronkowski. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Brady's throw there complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And Brady's throw there incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Brady to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. And the Bears are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out. Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago